I remember when they called to tell us that they had found a little for us. We were going to get groceries for the last time before we were going to have our daughter. And they said, hey, we have someone for you. And they described him as being interested in soccer and very intelligent and all of the things that they told us. And we were both like, oh, that sounds really intense and we might be a little boring for him. But if he's interested in us, then we'll definitely go ahead with it.
I remember when they called to tell us about him, and they told me that he loves Star Wars, and Star Wars is always a big part of my life growing up. So
basically, Nick is a giant space nerd.
I'm a nerd. Yeah. What we're getting at is,
when I first met them, I was really excited because I heard all of the things that Nicholas was interested in, and Alyssa were a lot of the things that I'm interested in as well. Video games, Star Wars, like we're all big fans of that. Just a lot of nerdy things.
I think my only fear was because he was interested in sports and we don't know anything about sports. I was afraid that there might not be common interests and things that we could really like talk about. But then after meeting him, we realized, oh, that's just one of the things that he's interested in, and there's all of these other things that can bring us together.
We like to play video games a lot together. It's just been like a big part of both our childhoods. But we also like to spend a lot of outside time together, hiking, playing outside, and I get to spend a lot of time with our kids as well.
Most of the time when we hung out with him, he just came over and we just talked. It wasn't a huge extravagant event. We didn't have to go do something. We didn't have to go spend a bunch of money going bowling. You know, it was simple things. It was just spending time together and quality time.
When I was 10 years old, I was living at Milford, Indiana with just me and my sister. So it was an all-female home, and I didn't have any big mentor in my life or like a father figure.
One thing that I know that his mom expressed some interest in when he first was matched with us, he wanted to learn more about just how to do stuff, how to take care of things.
Like how to replace a tire, he showed me once, how to do an oil change in the car, just some great skills that my dad was never able to teach me.
And so we have two identical cars, the same year and everything. So I showed him how to change the oil on the first one, and then we swapped cars, and then he had to do the second one. So the other thing he helped us do, we built a chicken coop at the beginning of the year, and he was a little disappointed because he didn't get to help with the build process as much, but he did help me go to Menards and buy everything and get everything around and load it all in the truck. And he asked questions, what's this for? Why are you doing this? Why do you have this? And so I was trying to explain to him all the different aspects of what I was trying to accomplish as I made it up as I go, because that's how I normally roll.
It was fun too, because once it was done, he came back and he's like, all right, now I need to hold the chickens.
My relationship with God was kind of rough at first, just with the divorce and everything kind of pushed me away. A lot of my faith building didn't really start until last year, where I fully accepted God into my heart and started reading the Bible more and praying.
It was kind of mind-blowing. He came over one Sunday after church and we were just talking, and he's like, guys, I have some really cool news. And we're like, okay, cool, what's up? And he was telling us that he had recommitted his life to God, and he was really excited to just move forward in his faith. And I remember sitting and just listening to him talk and getting choked up, and I'm getting choked up now remembering it, because it was so powerful and so unprompted. And it was one of the things that when we started this, we were hoping for those moments and hoping to be able to be a part of something big like that.
I didn't have a lot to tell him. I just basically told him that I accepted Jesus into my heart. They were very supportive and told me that these are the starting steps, and it's good that you're starting this young, fully accepting him into your heart, because some people take years.
It's just so cool to watch him as he grew up get more and more interested in his faith and get more and more interested in becoming more Christ-like.
So Chris got really sick back in December, and his mom ended up taking him to Riley's to get some testing done.
They called several times and texted me several encouraging messages, just were checking up on me. And it was very hard being separated from them for so long. Like, I don't think I saw them for like 4 months. But like with support of others, I was able to pull through. My family and my bigs, I was able to push through and finish all my classes with A's and B's.
It was a lot for him to go through. He had a really rough year, and the way that he's bounced back is just mind-blowing. Because a lot of kids, they would sit in that and just be miserable, and he didn't do that. He couldn't wait to go back to work. He couldn't wait to go back to school, and that shows so much resilience in him.
I remember talking to him, and he was nervous about not getting all the schoolwork done. He was nervous that he's gonna have to take extra classes and all these things. And I said, Chris, I know you have been with you for a long time. You have the work ethic to just push through and do whatever it takes, because I know that's how you are. But of course, the whole time we prayed for him and, communicated with him the best we could and just tried to support him.
Well, just knowing that there were believers that I looked up to who were praying for me and just looking out for me was like a great feeling. It just felt like a blessing that they were able to come in our lives so quick.
I think God had a hand in our match, because the agency saw something in putting us together, and we're here today, still together. It can't be anything other than God was in it.